And we are back. Welcome to a bonus Premier League preview and prediction video. This is part 2 of Game Week 33. 2 extra fixtures for you this week after a weekend where, as you can see on the bottom left of your screen, Leicester City have been blacked out because they are the second Premier League team relegated this weekend. And we also almost saw the end of the Premier League title race. However, Liverpool and Arsenal both winning means that it goes on for at least another couple of days. The title race could end, though, if Arsenal fail to win their game in this midweek. Before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video if you do enjoy these prediction videos, and subscribe with notifications turned on if you're new around here. And don't forget, we've got a bonus La Liga preview and predictions video for you over on the members part of this channel going live this morning as well. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. There are 2 fixtures to talk about. One game taking place tonight, one game taking place tomorrow. And the one taking place tonight is Manchester City taking on Aston Villa. And this is an absolutely mouth-watering tie given the state of play in the race for the top 5 at the moment. Both sides won this weekend, and with Nottingham Forest's victory over Spurs last night, it means there are just 3 points currently between Forest in 3rd and Villa in 7th. And as things stand right now, there's only 1 point between Manchester City in 5th and Aston Villa in 7th. It's absolutely crazy how tight it is, and only 3 of these 5 teams are going to be able to get Champions League football for next season. After the victories at the weekend, Manchester City are now 6 games unbeaten, and it was thanks to 2 late goals in that game away at Goodison Park. For Villa, it is 5 Premier League wins in a row after they absolutely blew Newcastle away. I sat here saying I thought Newcastle would win that game because of how good they were playing. I did say Villa were playing well themselves, though, and to beat them 4-1, and if we're being honest, we're unlucky not to win by significantly more as well, hitting the woodwork 3 times. Incredible how highly they are performing at the moment. What should be noted in terms of the actual team news coming into this match is that both of these sides do have FA Cup semi-finals this weekend. That's why they're playing in midweek in the first place. However, in my opinion, they are going to be playing their stronger sides in this game because as much as both sides would like to win the FA Cup, I'm sure priority will always be in this sort of situation to get in the Champions League for next season. No fresh injury or suspension concerns for either side coming into this match. However, in terms of that long injury list for Manchester City at the moment, the expectation is none of those players are going to be back for this one. In my opinion, this is a very close one to call. I think the way that Villa are playing at the moment, I'm not going to say they should be considered the favourites to go to Manchester City and get a win, but I would be very surprised to see them lose this game. It should be noticed, though, that in the last 4 meetings of these 2 sides, the home side has won on every single occasion. City winning the last 2 at the Etihad, Villa winning the reverse fixture earlier on this season, and of course the game at Villa Park last season as well. The one thing that I think can be guaranteed for this game is goals, so I am going to go for a 2-2 draw in this one, but we'll see. It would not surprise me to see Villa win it. It certainly wouldn't surprise me to see Man City win it. These are 2 sides getting back to their absolute best as things stand, and I really can't split them right now. The other game taking place tomorrow, I think, is a little bit more straightforward. Arsenal benefited from a red card at the weekend to then go on to beat Ipswich 4-0. Pretty comfortable result for them. As for Crystal Palace, their game did involve some red card drama as well, although where Leif Davis, in my opinion, absolutely should have been sent off for Ipswich against Arsenal, Richards absolutely should not have been sent off for Crystal Palace against Bournemouth at the weekend. An absolutely shocking pair of yellow card decisions from the referee, compounded by the fact that I think Bournemouth could have arguably had 2 players sent off for even worse yellow card offences when both players respectively were on yellow cards as well. So I can understand Crystal Palace's frustration at what happened in the refereeing decisions in that game. But you've got to give them their credit. With 10 men, they still managed to hold on to a 0-0 draw. However, that means that they are now 3 games without a win. Meanwhile, Arsenal back to winning ways and obviously building off of their Champions League victory as well with that 4-0 win. As we said, they need to win this game to avoid the title being handed over to Liverpool on Wednesday night. What we do know is going into this game that Arsenal could potentially be without Bukayo Saka once again. That challenge from Leif Davis on his Achilles looking like it was enough to take him off the pitch in the second half. Whether or not he'll be risking this one is very unclear. Obviously, that massive Champions League semi-final against PSG is next week, so they're going to want him in the best possible condition for that. So is it really worth risking him just a couple of days after that injury at the weekend? We shall see. For Palace, obviously, Richards is going to be suspended following his red red card. Other than that, no fresh concerns for them. The big concern in terms of Crystal Palace, though, is the head-to-head record against Arsenal, which is not a good look at the moment. Arsenal have won their last 6 games against Crystal Palace in all competitions. Their last 2 in the Premier League, a 5-1 away win at Selhurst Park earlier on this season, and a 5-0 home win at the Emirates last season. To be honest, I'd be absolutely stunned if Arsenal don't continue that run of form here, especially when you consider the fact that, again, Crystal Palace are in FA Cup semi-final action this weekend, and with there really being no realistic chance of Palace qualifying for the European places from the position they're currently in, I think it would stand to reason that they could actually rotate players out with that FA Cup semi-final in mind. So for me, Arsenal have to be considered the strong favourites for this, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory to Arsenal. As always, let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know anything you think I've missed regarding these 2 games. Thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you very, very soon.